So my fire alarm last night was doing this weird 3 beep, stop for like 30 seconds or a minute, and then do 3 beeps again. And I thought it was the carbon monoxide alert. So I was just like, all right, I need to open my windows, go for a walk, call the emergency line of my apartment complex, be like, yo, I think there's a carbon monoxide leak. And so I called them. They were going to send a maintenance person over to disable the alarm and told me, you should call an emergency number. And I was like, okay, well, before I do that, I should probably Google like the model and make of my smoke alarm and see if like 3 beeps and then nothing and 3 beeps and then nothing and then 3, but with like 30 seconds to a minute gap in between means something.
Does it mean fire?
No.
Oh.
There was no fire.
Okay.
Sadly.
Sadly?
Sadly. I would like to die in a burning inferno. Anyway, no, I don't.
Sounds like a cleansing way to go out, to be honest.
It sounds like a painful way to go out.
Well, yeah.
But so I looked it up, and it turns out the 3 beeps and then like nothing for like 30 seconds or a minute is like a complete fault. Like the fire alarm's just totally a dud and needs to be like entirely replaced. So I went back in, called, told maintenance, the 24-hour maintenance line for like emergencies, like if you're getting locked out, be like, hey, it's fine. It needs to be replaced. It took them like an hour to show up.
Classic maintenance.
Even though I understand that it's after hours and whatnot, but it's just like I'm not allowed to tamper with a smoke alarm because, like, unlike a lot of people, I actually read my lease and I like to not be in violation. I also like fire safety, even though I just said burning to death would be.
Look, fire safety is pretty cool.
Yeah, fire safety is cool. So it was just beeping. And then he finally showed up, and after like an hour, and he was just like, yeah, it's the battery. And I'm just like, it is not. I looked it up. I have like the actual like PDF copy of the manual for this like first alert smoke alarm. And he was just like, nah, it's the battery. And he just replaced the battery. And then he left, and then it did the beeping thing again. And I'm just like, what's going on? So I called the emergency line again. And the lady on the phone was just like, sir, does this constitute an emergency? Just turn it off. And I'm just like, 1, not supposed to tamper the fire alarm. 2, yes, I'd like to sleep tonight. It's beeping 3 very loud beeps every 30 seconds.
Because the one time you do just turn it off is the time you'll have a fire.
Yeah.
For real.
And I live in a 400 square foot apartment. So, like, this is my only smoke alarm. And I don't want to avoid my lease. I don't want to get in trouble. I like my safety equipment.
You're too much of a goody two-shoes.
I am too much of a goody two-shoes. I had too much fire education training in elementary school, thanks to the glorious local fire department coming every single year to be like, remember, if there's a fire, stop, drop, and roll. Yeah, so finally, after it like beeping constantly, like it was like at 10 o'clock, and I was like, I can't sleep. So I just threw a bunch of stuff in a bag and went to my girlfriend's place. And I'm just like, hey, I gotta sleep here and then go to work in the morning. I'm sorry, it just won't turn off.
Hey, I've placed myself in a CIA torture trap accidentally. Can I please like stay at your place instead?
Yeah, the CIA fire alarm torture. So I get to go home after recording this podcast and figure out, does my fire alarm still beep 3 loud beeps every 30 seconds? And if so, I need to apologize to my neighbors because like we have kind of thin walls. It's
Well, why would you have to apologize? It's not like you did anything.
I didn't, but like
you explicitly did the only part of the process, which is your job, which is notify maintenance that there's an issue.
Yeah, but like it's just like I don't know what to do because clearly this is one of many maintenance issues I've had with this apartment, and this is the level of aloofness I receive from my property manager is just pure contempt and not caring. And then I had earlier this summer when the podcast was on hiatus, I had a severe maintenance issue that they like just straight up lied and said, oh yeah, we'll take care of that. And they just didn't take care of it.
It's the classic landlord. You know, if you're late paying your rent, they're immediately on that shit. They're like, no, man, you gotta like. But if they're late on fixing the freaking maintenance that is making the apartment unlivable, it's like, oopsie, did I do that? Aw. You want us to fix the problem that you're paying us to take care of? Ooh, that's so hard.
You want AC in the hot Midwestern sun?
All right, viewers, post in the comments below whether you think Matthew's apartment fire alarm will be fixed by the time he gets home tonight, or if he will have to spend another night in the CIA torture chamber.
Yeah, I would say not spend another night in the CIA torture chamber. I'd go to my girlfriend's again. But
It's a really good excuse to actually go hang out with his girlfriend.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, sorry. Just another weeknight with my fire alarm blaring. Anyway, this is another episode of the CleoCast. My name is Matt.
And I am RC.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of stuff going on not related to the fire alarm. Like, anyone who knows a bit of about Kansas City, there is a specialty district in downtown Kansas City called Power and Light. We talked about it, I think, last episode. Power and Light is a fun little drinking bar district constructed in the mid-2000s.
Yeah, around that, I think.
To try and revitalize downtown.
Yes.
Now, there was an old either regular theater or movie theater that got converted into an Alamo Draft House.
Yes.
And the Alamo Draft House became the B&B Theater because the Alamo Draft House pulled out.
Yes. Which I do have to make a point on that. I remember I grew up, dating myself here for a second. I grew up watching a lot of Rooster Teeth.
Yes.
And they're based out of Austin, which is where the Alamo Draft House is also based out of, which is like a movie theater chain. But like, I would just always hear them talk about how incredible it was, how like, I don't know, they like bring food to your seat and they like have a strict no kid policy and like all this weird stuff. And I was like, man, that sounds so cool, because all these like adult people I'm watching on YouTube are like talking about it. So it's got to be the coolest thing on the planet. And then I guess like the one we had here went out of business. So it's like, oh, never going to be able to try that because I'm not driving to Texas to go try a freaking movie theater.
Don't worry. The AMC, like, fork and screen or whatever made up for it just fine.
Yeah.
Like when we saw Killers of the Flower Moon, and I ordered 2 drinks, and the lady was confused, being like, what do you mean 2? And I'm just like, it's a 3-hour movie. Give me 2.
Yeah. It's like, what, you want me to go thirsty?
Yeah. And that's also the one... I don't mean to put him on blast, but our friend who went with us, like, paid me back for the ticket in change that he just walked up, and he had them just like, what are you doing? And he just like dumped it in my hands, and I'm just like,
that's so cool, dude.
Yeah, and it's just like, dude, we both have office jobs. We both have normal paychecks. Why are you paying me in change?
He's doing the fucking, when you're mad about a bill and you show up to the county clerk's office with a bunch of pennies.
Yeah, like, just like you're doing that to me because I sent you a Venmo request for like the movie ticket. I bought the tickets. Like, if you just want to say, nah, dude, I'm not getting it, I'd be like a little bit annoyed, but I'd be fine with it. It's actually worth, like,
it'd be less passive aggressive to just not pay.
Like, it wasn't, I didn't even have enough room in my little coin compartment in my car at the time to hold all the coins.
God, that's so funny. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah. It was just, just paid in coins. Yeah. So,
I guess back to the point. Yeah, B&B Theaters acquired the property.
Yeah, acquired the property, and they continued the strong tradition of showing movies in the movie theater.
And apparently not doing any maintenance to the building at all.
No. Yes. But B&B is now closing in Power and Light, and this is a... removing one of the few corporate movie theaters that's still around, like, the downtown core of Kansas City. Now, if you want to see a movie, you either need to go all the way south to Waldo to go to the AMC, or you need to go above the river and go into Clay County in order to see a movie. Now, Clay County... perfectly fine. There's even a great movie theater I went to called Screenland Armor on Armor Boulevard in North Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that place is awesome. It's an independent movie theater. They do showings of all different stuff. It's just a great place. But
this is not an ad for them, but this is an ad for them. They're a really cool movie theater. They're just, apparently, I've been seeing on Instagram, they're installing like a bunch of film reel projectors.
yes,
So they're going to be showing like 35 and 75 millimeter movies now. And it's like,
yeah, I've
it
donated.
rocks.
I've donated to the 70 millimeter fund before.
It's one of those where like you get the popcorn and it's like, you know, they bought it from Target or something, the microwave stuff, and it's like, you know what, I don't
No,
even...
no. They have an actual popcorn machine. They have a popcorn
But you know what
machine.
I mean? It's not like the AMC like product where it's like refined or whatever. It's just like normal popcorn, and it's like, you know what, this is fine because again, the vibes are just immaculate there.
It is a classic alternative movie theater experience, but you know, they don't have, like, their largest theater is nothing compared to a large IMAX screen that is available at the like downtown movie theater. So it's just like, it doesn't have as much capacity for movies and large scale movie goers, and like everyone should go to Screenland Armor. But I understand that like major blockbuster releases, they just don't have the capacity to hold the people. And I don't know, I think that this is and this entire idea was suggested by my beautiful girlfriend, by the way. This suggests the death of movie going in person. I know that's like a topic that's been talked about a million times all across the
Like
club.
streaming impacting cinemas, like going to see a movie, and how a lot of people, you know, you get the theatrical release and then they also are like, oh yeah, no, it'll be out on Netflix in 2 weeks, and a lot of people are just like, wait, I can just watch it for free in 2 weeks, so they just don't go.
Yeah, you think of it as free, but you're actually paying way more for Netflix, but you pay for it monthly, so you think it is free access to all those movies. You're paying money for the movies. And I know like AMC did something similar to that like movie club thing, the one that went bankrupt instant.
Movie Pass?
Yeah, Movie Pass.
Yeah.
Where you can pay like a monthly like fee, and then you get to go to like X amount of movies for like not free.
It's like up to 4 a week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Along other perks. I mean, I think that one makes slightly more sense as a deal because it's being offered by the company that owns the seats.
Yes.
Not being offered by a third party company that has to buy the tickets.
Yeah.
So like I guess they're not having to spend money to offer you that package. They're just not making money off of that package instead.
Yeah. And my friend Lillian, shout out Lillian, she lives in New York City, and she had Movie Pass for a while, and that's definitely a place where there was AMCs all over the place, so she was able to go to, and she had a flexible schedule due to her work, so she's able to make full use of the movies at AMC. But if I got Movie Pass, I would have to leave my apartment, drive, because there's no longer, like, B&B was not a part of Movie Pass, it's not owned by AMC, but I have to drive all the way down to Waldo and go to that AMC, or drive to the Leawood AMC.
I think the whole business model of those kinds of subscription things are based around you just not remembering or not wanting to go see a movie, but not caring enough to get rid of the subscription, right?
Yes.
So they're entirely, it's like those predatory subscription things where they just rely mostly on people just not actually canceling the subscription. I think like Photoshop or something, where they like charge you money if you try to cancel early in the hopes that you forget, and then it renews, and then, oh, well, you're canceling early, so we're going to charge you again.
Yeah. No, it's just crazy. And get ready for paying more subscriptions, because the Netflix walked away from buying Warner Brothers, as being bought by the beautiful son-dad team of the Ellison family and Paramount.
I love how you're just allowed to consolidate everything now. We have like 4 companies that do everything. Like, you want airplanes, there's 4 companies that will fly you. You know, you want military aircraft, there's 4 companies that produce them. You want space stuff, there's like 3 companies. It's just everything is just like there's like 4 or 5 companies.
There was a Supreme Court case splitting like the major movie producers from owning movie theaters. There's precedent on media monopolies.
Yeah, but that was back when they would actually enforce like laws. I mean, quite frankly, that was back when you would actually have legislators who would haul like CEOs in front of Congress to testify and actually like ream them or chew them out or something, you know?
Yeah.
When they actually cared about constituents getting, I mean, overcharged. I mean, you know.
When consumer protection was more of a thing. Yeah. But
not even like, you know, the era of robber barons was like incredible, whatever. But it's like at the end of the day, they would actually haul people in and regulate the rail industry and regulate the film industry and regulate all of the like TV regulations we have now, where it's like fair play or whatever, was because they were actually kind of somewhat worried about, you know, companies monopolizing the 3 channels that you had access to in like the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, and like it was the end of the robber baron era, and the robber baron era came to an end because of the dragging them in front of Congress and making them answer for their, you know,
it was like back in the day. You go back and watch, like, I know C-SPAN wasn't around way back when I'm talking about, but you go back and watch or read transcripts of congressional hearings, and it's like a whole different planet than what it is now. Because it used to be you know, bring a presidential staffer, like secretary or like a CEO in front of Congress, and they would get like reamed by both sides because Congress actually kind of cared about doing their jobs and being an independent third branch. But nowadays you watch it and it's just like a circus show. You know, like one half is playing cover, basically, for lack of a better term, you know, like asking questions that are supposed to like make whoever they're questioning look good, and then the other half is actually asking questions that make them supposed to look bad. And it doesn't really matter who's in charge, whatever party. It's like every single hearing goes the exact same way.
And now it's a technique for people in congressional hearings that if you just argue and basically try and like filibuster the time, you can get out of the hard questions if you just like pivot and just like dig your heels in and like distract.
My favorite is the 45-second non-answer, where you just answer the question really long, but you're not actually answering the question. You're answering a separate question, but each congressperson only has 5 minutes in these open hearings. Mm-hmm. So you either cut them off and they get to go, well, will you let me answer the question? Or you let them talk and, okay, well, there's a whole minute of your time gone. And it's like, it's such an obvious thing. It's why if I was, God Emperor of the United States for 5 minutes and I was allowed to do one thing, this probably wouldn't be the top of the list, but one thing I would do is, in these congressional hearings, the person answering the question does not count against the congressperson's time, so filibustering doesn't actually do anything. You can talk for 25 minutes. All it's going to do is drag the hearing on longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Hell yeah.
What were we talking about? We were talking about movie theaters.
Yeah, we were talking about movie theaters.
Anyways, back to that. I got a lot of like congressional changes I would make if I was God Emperor, by the way.
We
could do a whole episode about it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people like who have had the what would you do if you were God Emperor of the United States? And I have had that conversation, I think, with our friend Ben more often than I've had it with you, but there's just like a laundry list of stuff that it was just like, all right, let's get this done. Let's nationalize like the Fortune 500 right now.
Yeah, just go down the list of S&P. It's like all of your government agencies. Facebook, you're now welcome to the federal government now. Yep. Facebook.
Make all power and water companies like municipal utilities or regional like cooperatives.
You want to talk about the biggest scam we have in the United States today? That really does kind of get pretty close to, like, here in the KC metro region, we have Evergy, which is like a legal monopoly, but they're not state owned. We used to have Kansas City Power and Light, which is like a municipality, but we split it up. It's now a private company.
No, KC Power and Light was a private company.
Oh, were they too?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
They just had a name that made it sound like it was.
It sounded a lot cooler. Yeah. Regardless, it's like you have the company doing the electricity, but they also need to make a profit based off of that and like pay the CEO and stuff.
Mhm.
So they're constantly like looking to charge more or whatever, and not necessarily looking to make it more efficient. If you look at the amount of power outages the KC region has,
Yeah.
just from nothing. I mean, it's not like California or whatever where there's like fires or something that would cause. It's just like literally nothing, and there'll just be a power outage for like 30,000 people.
Yeah.
Whereas if they were a municipality, all of a sudden you don't need to make a profit, you just need to break even, and you don't get like the hefty CEO contracts. Everybody's on a government payroll.
Yes.
So you could cut out the cost and charge the consumer less in theory, and also have a lot more oversight because it's not a private company, it's city employees, you know?
Yeah. And, well, I mean, you have to deal with, like, unionized, like, linemen. Because I used to work for an electrical contractor that did work for Evergy. And all those guys being union, good for them, but and they have great packages. It's just extremely expensive to have Evergy contract out to electrical contractors who are then paying extremely high wages, and then Evergy then passes on that high price to, like, you, the consumer. This isn't to trash the union workers. This is to trash the fact that, like, the way the system's set up is that there's too many hands in the pot, whereas you could just cut it out and then have the union workers work for the municipality.
Yeah.
But that was a weird job, though. When I was doing fleet for that electrical contractor, I remember one time I was walking around like the office / like yard area, and I saw a guy with a truck and a trailer, and he was just towing some material, and he like got out to use a porta potty, and I didn't think of anything of it. So I then went back inside in the office, and then like 5 minutes later, my boss came in and was just like, did you see that guy's truck and trailer? I was like, yeah, it was out there. And he was just like, well, it's gone. I was like, what? And he was just like, yeah, the guy went into the porta potty, took a shit, and it came out and the truck was gone. I was like, how is it gone? He was like, he left the keys in it. I'm just like, dude, we are in a terrible part of Kansas City because you need, like, where land is cheap, to have like a yard to put a bunch of electrical equipment. And this dude, you left a truck running, keys in it?
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Like, was it cold out? Was he trying to leave the heater running?
I think he was trying to go somewhere. So, like, we had to, and this was a common thing that we had to do because other stuff got stolen. So we had GPS trackers. So we opened up the GPS tracker thing and saw it driving up. This is in the east bottoms of Kansas City. So it's like this bottom part, and there's this gigantic ridge. There's just this gigantic hill you got to go up, and we see it barreling up the hill on the GPS tracker. I was like, all right, let's get in the truck. So we all, me, my boss, and the superintendent, we all jump into the truck, and we drive trying to follow it. And the superintendent has it up on his phone, like the GPS tracker.
Like that scene in Interstellar.
Yeah, kind of, but like with the stupid electrical contractors. Anyway, so we see it stop, and it's just in a neighborhood, and so we pull up, and it's just there. Like, the guy left the keys on the ground. He just didn't want to walk up the hill, I guess. So he just took the fucking truck and trailer and drove it up the hill, and then parked it in his neighborhood, and I guess walked to where he was going, or was like, all right, well, the truck's here, and it looks like everything's here, so let's just take it back to the yard.
I mean, hey, man, that's Grand Theft Auto, you know?
I mean, yeah, it's... I mean, we got it back, and no one really cared, but like that...
Yeah, no harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul, but...
That's insane, though. Like, it just... Well, the truck's running. May as well steal it so I don't have to walk home.
So I don't have to walk up the big hill. Granted, I wouldn't want to walk up the hill either. It looked like it sucked.
Probably does, yeah.
And to continue to a slightly trashed location, that place smells terrible. Like, that entire area just smells like total dog shit.
Yeah, I've been to the Rieger's distillery over there, and I mean, it's just a big industrial zone, so it's not very nice.
Nope. It's the type of place where if you leave your truck running just outside, someone's just going to jump in and drive it up the hill so they don't have to walk.
Yeah, I still wonder how you got that job.
You know how I got that job.
Oh, I know how you got that job.
You know how I got that job.
It's just a little funny because it's just you can fleet administer, right? You know how to do that, right?
Yeah, you're a guy fresh out of college. You can do this, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know
Yes.
exactly how to fleet administer.
Yep, I'm totally just not gonna fuck up and then just like sit in the parking lot of the DMV playing on my phone and say, yeah, the line was really long when I get back, even though I just watched Instagram reels inside the truck the entire time.
God, that was a really fun era.
Yeah, that was such a stupid job.
Matt's work site, DMV arc.
Yeah.
God.
Another time, there was a big semi truck that was I was doing something where I had to record the engine hours and mileage of this truck, and it had like a digital like dash thing, so I had to like slightly turn the key in order to get the like odometer and hours to write it down for some sort of state document.
As you do, yeah.
As you do. And I then do that, and I try and turn the key, and it won't come out.
Oh.
So I had to, and I like tried for like 10 minutes trying to get the key out of the truck. And
what did you do?
I don't know what I did.
How did you manage that?
I don't know what I did. So I had to go hat in hand to my coworker I didn't like, who was a Disney adult, and be like, hey, I got a key stuck in the truck. And he walked out there and he instantly like got it out. So I'm just like, all right, now I feel like a total dipshit.
That's humiliating.
It is humiliating.
That's got to be the worst.
Yeah, especially, this is like, you got to do that and look like a dipshit in front of the grown man Disney adult who, when my boss told him to let it go, he broke out in song, singing the song "Let It Go."
Are you fucking kidding me?
And his phone background screen was like him and his wife when they like got engaged at Disney World. It was crazy.
I can't imagine that guy working around a bunch of blue collar dudes.
Yeah, it was me, one extremely stressed out boss, and that guy. And later on, after I quit that job, they lost my identity to like a data attack. So like all around, just a very weird time.
Yeah, life is good.
Life is good. I got 2 free years of LifeLock from them, I guess.
Yippee! That'll unsteal your identity.
Yeah. So they totally gotta like. I don't have like credit monitoring or anything going on. Totally not.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. If you don't think about it, it's not a problem.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind.
Speaking of out of sight.
Yeah, out of sight. So word to the wise, if you have a bunch of illegal fireworks.
We're assuming that they're fireworks. I think.
We're assuming they're fireworks. The label like reminds me of like old-timey illegal fireworks.
Yeah.
If you have some, do not put them inside like a grocery bag and shove it in a garbage can at a war memorial across the street, actually sharing basically a same lot with a Federal Reserve building. We highly recommend you don't do that.
Yeah, this is all credit to Sam Hartle of 41 KSHB Kansas City News. Article titled, "Man Charged After Crews Find Explosives in Trash Can Near Liberty Memorial." This was reported an hour and 51 minutes ago, so this is like really breaking news.
We're hot off the presses.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Missouri, a Richmond, California man has been charged with leaving a bag filled with 20 M explosive devices in a trash can last week near the Liberty Memorial. I'm assuming M means like M80s or something.
Well, we looked it up on the
ATF
website. I was going to say FDA, and I was like, that's not right.
Yeah,
we looked it up on the ATF website, and M class is like M80, and then it goes up from there. So M80 is like 1.5 inch. M, whatever the next number is like 3 inch, and then 5 inch, and then 6 inch.
Mm-hmm.
We're just kind of assuming that it's like M80s or something. I guess it could be something else.
They could be quarter sticks of dynamite, but either way, like if you have 20 M80 to M200 illegal fireworks / quarter sticks of dynamite, don't put them in the goddamn trash can. Or at least you're going to put them in a trash can. This is not legal advice. This is just whatever. throw it away in the dumpster in a truck stop. You're from Richmond, California. You're probably driving somewhere. Throw it away in a truck stop.
The funniest thing is, they say in the article, Kansas City, Missouri Police Department's bomb and arson unit received a call that custodial staff had discovered potential explosives in a trash can at the Liberty Memorial, on the grounds of the Liberty Memorial. I know something about the security of the Liberty Memorial because I volunteered there for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They have like really incredible security cameras and stuff and like recognition technology. I can almost guarantee you that one of the security guys like watched the guy put a weird looking bag in and then sent one of the custodial guys out to check it, because they told me before they have this because they are like a national monument memorial and they are kind of concerned about like stuff happening, you know.
Yeah.
But that's also like that shooting that happened. Apparently they had like some decent-ish footage of it to be able to like provide, because that was like near the grounds.
Or there were the people who like spray painted that like front part and they got caught like within the hour.
Yes, it's because they have like insane security camera systems. Like, I want to say casino level, but I think I'm just taking that from Quick Trip. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we need to read this whole article because it's describing that it was in a trash can and stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, so this guy claimed he didn't know that these devices were illegal and he bought them last year. But the full weight of the law has come down on him as KCPD arrested him, and Jackson County Prosecutor's Office is charging him with 20 counts of possession of illegal explosives.
Yeah. Prosecutor's office said, quote, Jackson County does not tolerate threats, not to our landmarks, not to our gathering places, and not to our neighborhoods. Prosecutor Melissa Johnson said in a news release Wednesday, so today. It's incredible to fuck up this bad right before the World Cup when everybody is in terrorist watch mode, especially with the war in Iran right now. It's like nobody wants to have like the terrorist attack happen at their event.
Yes.
Spook of all the tourists.
And like they say here, it's 100 days away. Like, yeah, dude, once again, just, I don't know, give it to a 9-year-old in a park. Like, just do anything else. Do anything else with your illegal explosives other than put it in the trash can of a monument.
Quite frankly, you can just like dump it up by Brush Creek. Like, if you're actually trying to get rid of it, you can just like throw it up in the Missouri River. Like, nobody will catch you.
Throw it off a bridge.
Yeah. Don't put it, like, the trash can is the classic bombing a subway move, right? Like, don't fucking do that. That's what they're looking for. I'm not saying to, like, advice to do that, but if you're actually trying to get rid of fireworks you bought, don't fucking do the terrorist thing. Like, yeah, I just left in a backpack by Union Station. It's like, what are you thinking? No. That's dumb, dude. Be smarter about disposing your illegal fireworks.
Yes, I also have to say that like this is like only like a thing you could do if you're like white, but you could also just call the like non-emergency line and be like, hey, I found, air quotes unfound, this bag of like 20 M80s. Well, you didn't know they were illegal. Anyway, if you didn't know they were illegal, why are you throwing them away? Keep them. Keep your illegal fireworks on you.
I think the main thing that's getting me on this wasn't like an attempted terrorist attack thing is the fact that he immediately admitted to it. It was just like, I didn't know it was illegal. That just screams bozo to me. It doesn't scream like ill intent. That just screams bozo. Yeah, like I was going to the memorial and I had this stuff in my trunk. I just decided to throw it away before going in.
Yeah, man. I had like 20 quarter sticks of dynamite, and I thought the best place for it was a very public trash can surrounded by children
at like the monument in Kansas City.
I can see this big sign that says Federal Reserve. It's just like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anywhere else, you wouldn't have gotten caught disposing your like quarter sticks of dynamite anywhere else other than in the Liberty Memorial trash can.
Like, yeah. People are incredible, dude.
Dude, there's been some incredibly stupid things like in this world, like bombing Iran.
Yes. That is dumb.
Yep. I'm sure you all have access to the news. I actually have been completely out of the loop within a lot of stuff because I have been off social media. So, like, I even got a call today from my girlfriend in which she was just like, what's going on with this like guy in Texas who won a primary? And I'm just like, I have no idea. And she was like, he beat Jasmine Crockett. I was like, that name sounds familiar, but I have no idea.
James Tallarico?
Yes. And she was just like, it's all over the news. And I'm just like, by news, you mean Twitter? And she's just like, yeah. I'm just like, I'm not using Twitter.
Oh, so you didn't hear the president today tweet out that, so the Republican primary went to a runoff because neither candidate got a plurality of the vote.
Yeah.
And so it's Ken Paxton versus John Cornyn. And the president today, I think the runoff is in like 2 months or so. The president was like, actually, we're not going to have a runoff. I'm just going to endorse one of you and the other one has to drop out. Okay, cool.
What?
Yeah. Which I'm sure whichever candidate he doesn't endorse is going to be thrilled with, okay, I guess I have to just drop out now despite getting like 44% of the vote.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, but like I've been so out of the loop that like I think this weekend you called me, like I think it was just Saturday morning or something, and you were just
I think it was Saturday, yeah.
And you were just like, hey Matt, just to let you know because you're on Twitter, they killed the Ayatollah. Anyway, bye.
Yeah, they bombed. They killed Khomeini.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, what a good way to wake up.
Yeah, I knew it'd kind of come off that way, but I also like, you don't watch TV, you don't do anything, so like
I do things. I'm improving my life.
You don't do anything bad like Twitter or watch TV or shit. You just do good things like going on walks and runs and reading books and bettering yourself as a human being.
Yeah, I'm on a big improving my life kick, ignoring the how many hours I put in CK3 this past week.
I saw you get on it at like 11 o'clock last night, by the way.
Uh-huh.
It's just like, damn, we're in real fucking sicko degenerate hours now, huh?
Dude, it's going so well. I now have a really good character that's like really young.
Are you still playing like Italy or
Ireland? So I started in Ireland, and we've gotten entirely off topic. I started in Ireland, and then because it started at the 867 start point, so you're tribal. So that basically gives you the casus belli to invade literally like any like county or duchy or even kingdom. We only do the kingdom once, but like you can invade any county or duchy any amount of times once you hit a certain level of prestige. So right. I was like really desperate for money, and I know like the like dye processing shells in the Mediterranean make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I just went and took like a piece of Sardinia just to like get the money in. And then the greed just kind of took over me. And then I ended up, now I have this like empire that spans like the southern boot of Italy, the northern coast of Africa, like the Mediterranean coast of Spain, and also all of Ireland.
That actually sounds really fun.
Yeah. And like sometimes I forget I even have territory in Ireland until like the one vassal who's negative 100 of like their opinion of me is like tries to do like a weird plot, and it gets caught because I have a really good like spy master. But every time I'm just like, who is this guy? Oh, this is the guy I gave all the stuff in Ireland to.
Right, I'm Irish.
Yeah,
right.
I totally forgot about that. I've been too busy plotting my next kingdom invasion because I had my one like good guy die, and then I got I had one really good character like 100 years ago at this point, and I was about to have a fail son.
Hell yeah! I love me a good fail son.
So I have this really rockin' character, and then I have this like guy who like I like shepherd his way through his childhood, but my character lived super long, so I completely ignored my kid after he turned 16, which is like the age of majority in CK3. And I look back and he's like 32, and he's like drunk and an adulterer and like a fornicator, and like and his like wife hates him, and he has like 3 bastard kids that he didn't recognize, and I'm just like, he's got to go. he's got to go.
Off to the monastery.
Well, he wouldn't accept that, so I just decided to disinherit and then revoke his titles, which
it's a bit more extreme.
and that caused a tyranny war, which I won handily, in which he then went off to be like a unlanded guy in a different court, and then I got a notification like a year or two later, like your son died in this battle. I'm just like, oh, okay, so he's gone. God. So I got his way better brother, who then lived till he was 90, and I was really excited to play his son, but he also died in battle, and that's my fault because I let him be a commander in one of the battles.
Right.
So now I have a 21-year-old, but he's even better than his dad because he is both hale and intelligent.
You know, out of the context that we're talking about Crusader Kings 3, this has got to be insane.
Yeah, it's just like you got to... I'm also now at the part of Crusader Kings where you're trying to like consolidate to not lose titles. So I'm marrying. My house now has like 170 members so I'm just marrying distant cousins off to distant cousins. So, and I keep on getting the notification being like, this has a 5% chance of inbreeding. And I'm just like, I don't care.
No, man, we gotta, I'm not even going to say that.
Fuck your cousin in order to consolidate the realm.
No cadet branches?
Oh, no, there's cadet branches floating around. I've just been going absolutely just like sicko.
Honestly, we're in like real Norman hours right now. We're just like, yeah, we just took over Italy and also some parts of France. Like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah. And it's now like 1100, and like I'm now getting a severe like penalty for still being tribal because I'm not giving up the free like invade anything Casus Belli until I've consolidated enough of lands to create an empire for myself, because I'm now having also severe penalties because I'm refusing to give up duchies or kingdom titles. People are getting really mad at me.
Yeah, it's really annoying when they do that.
It's just like, let me keep everything. You get nothing. Just go die in my battles. But I want to like get a size enough territory to do that, like create your own empire decision event, because that makes all of that land de jure your empire.
Yeah, it gets rid of a lot of problems.
And then I can give away the kingdom titles to my lesser sons, and then I can go get that achievement for like having like a son on many thrones or whatever.
It's like a house with many crowns, I think.
Yeah.
I think I have that achievement.
Yeah, I want to get that, and I want to get the family maybe up to like close to 1,000 members before the Black Death shows up and they all die.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Anyway, the Ayatollah's dead.
Yeah. Ayatollah Khomeini is dead. They reelected. They had an election or something. I don't know. They elected Ayatollah Khomeini.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about that?
Really?
Yes. His grandson.
His grandson?
It's apparently the new Ayatollah.
All I think about is the Simpsons bit where Marge finds the Ayatollah T-shirt, and she was just like, Homer, do you still need to name the Ayatollah? And he was just like, it works for all Ayatollahs. Even Ayatollah Nakmabah is consolidating power with the extremists as we currently speak.
I love those bits in The Simpsons where they just like, Homer's extremely worldly out of nowhere. Where he's like, well, of course. It's just like he knows stuff that he shouldn't. And it's just like... Oh.
Yeah, that and the Rick Grimes episode where it's just like, you went to space.
Hasn't everyone?
Yeah. And here's me with President Gerald R. Ford. And here's me with President H.W. Bush. He was mad because Bart glued a wig to his head.
Simpsons good.
Yeah. Is there a definitive, like, you should stop watching at this point Simpsons, where it's just like at season 22, just stop watching?
I think it's like closer to like season 6 or 8 or something. I think that's where they say it's like the golden era Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything past that, I think it's post movie, I think, when they switched to HD animation.
I mean, I thought like they were going to try and do it like the SpongeBob movie, where they make the movie and then the TV show is supposed to end, but the corporation refuses to give up.
I don't know if they were doing that with The Simpsons, but I do know that was the thing with SpongeBob, where the showrunner was like kind of out of it at that point.
Granted, SpongeBob's been around for so long at this point that it has a great cultural cachet, but it would have been like S tier, like solid platinum level, like the greatest like animated TV show the children's animated TV show of all time if they just like did like the 3 or 4 seasons in the SpongeBob movie.
It would. I mean, that is nostalgia glasses abound. That is like really good television.
Yes,
like little short, sweet 10-minute episodes.
Yeah,
good stuff. That was.
I remember the night shift episode was my like dad's favorite episode, to the point that like sometimes when it was like when you were camping for like Boy Scouts and it was kind of dark, he'd peek around the corner and be like, the Hashling Slasher.
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Did you know they made Nosferatu a recurring character in the newer seasons?
Really?
Yes.
That ruins the bit.
Yes. Also, apparently Bubble Bass is like a recurring character and shows up all the time.
What?
Yeah.
God, sometimes it's nice to be almost 30.
It's nice to be a 30-year-old almost. I'm not 30. Talking about freaking SpongeBob.
Yeah, on our podcast. Like, what have we become? We're now just losers with microphones.
Anyways, back to the Iran war.
Yeah, so if you put boots on the ground, millions of Americans will die, and also the Geneva Convention will not be applicable because it's not an actual active war.
Well, it's interesting because they haven't really clarified what the actual aims are, right? Like, they've said a lot of aims, but they haven't actually... Is the goal regime change, like ousting the Ayatollah, ousting the current regime? Is the goal just to prevent them from ever getting a nuclear bomb ever? And if that's the goal, how do you do that exactly?
Is the goal to get a dog to play basketball?
Could be. That's not against the rules.
No.
What if he just keeps dunking? What do you do? What do you even do? Like, think about that. You're Shaquille O'Neal and a freaking golden retriever dunks on you. You got to kill yourself, man.
Ayatollah, you lost to a dog?
Look. I think it's interesting because it seems readily apparent to me that nobody in the military-industrial complex apparatus really paid any attention to what's been going on in Ukraine with the drones.
Yeah.
Because Ukraine has been, coming up with methods to shoot these things down for like cheap, because obviously they have to. Whereas we apparently it's not all like we're hitting all the drones with Patriot missiles and stuff, but like we don't really appear to have any like regular, guy with a 50 cal on the roof just like shoot it.
Yeah, or like the weird like shotgun shells where they have like fiber optic cables on weights, so it like kind of spans out and gets caught in the blades.
It's like I don't understand why for the last 4 or 5 years, when it seems like we've been intending on going to war with the country that made these drones in the first place, Iran, we hadn't been adopting Ukraine's anti-drone tactics. Because as far as I've been seeing on the news, like they've been getting through, I'm sure we've been intercepting like 80% of them or something like that. But that 20% that's getting through is blowing up like a lot of stuff. And it's like, maybe we should be doing better. I guess it's also a lot harder because Ukraine like clearly has a front line and they know exactly what they need to defend. Whereas this is just Iran bombing every single Gulf state nation. It's a lot harder to defend that amount of space.
Do you think the Hilton next to the Burj Khalifa will keep my reservation?
You might need to call them and ask about that, because...
Do I get a refund if the drone blows up the room you assigned me?
Depends on if you got the military conflict insurance.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope anyone who drives a vehicle in the United States and around the world, United States, I hope you're ready for your $7 gasoline summer.
Dude, we're carpooling.
Yeah, we no longer live or work near each other.
No. I'm walking. I might actually splurge on an e-bike at that point, because I could feasibly bike to work. Yeah.
Luckily, it only requires one bus transfer for me to take the bus to work.
That's true. Hey, maybe the World Cup bus overhaul we're about to get will actually help save this. Like, we can just keep the buses or whatever. Because, I've been a big proponent of the, I get a God Emperor for the day and whatever. I pass every city over 150,000 people gets 400 buses plan.
Yes.
Where we just build every single city over 400,000 people, like 400, over 150,000 people, like 400 buses. so they could actually have like comprehensive routes. We just need to do that for Kansas City now.
My God Emperor decision. Have you ever seen one of those like charity events where you get to pay like $5 per swing of a hammer on like a old car?
Yeah. I think we did that at my college one time.
Yeah, that, but it's like Elon Musk.
Oh God!
you just get to hit him with a hammer.
I do think, maybe violence aside, I do think it would help a lot of people if
we do more fundraisers.
No, if they were like able to see their Congress people more often and do events like that, like the dunk tank shit,
Yes, Congress people, humiliate yourself for public interaction.
I feel like back when there were less people in the U.S. and each individual vote counted more, they would be more readily willing to humiliate themselves for votes. See, now it's like, each House member is like 800,000 people. They're not going to like freaking come to your door. They don't care.
But they humiliate themselves all the time on Twitter.
That's true.
I mean, like Lauren Boebert took that illegal picture of Hillary Clinton.
Okay. It was really funny to see her after the fact to be like, yeah, I took it. Who cares? But then the clip comes out of her in the fact where the lawyers are like, you took a photograph of a closed session, like, whoa, and she's like, I can delete it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. And it's like, oh, okay. So we got two completely different attitudes, when you're talking to CNN cameras and when you're talking to the lawyers. Huh.
That's the same woman that gave her date a public hand job at the play version of Rocky Horror.
Hey, dude, that's musical theater. Let's not even get into that. That's okay. Who wouldn't? Whomst among us.
When she became a grandmother at 37 because her 16-year-old son got a girl pregnant.
Look. Okay.
She's so cool.
She is. I wish I was a random representative in Colorado.
Do you ever, I guess if we're rehashing dumb things Congress people have done, remember when Marjorie Taylor Greene got kicked off all her committees because she refused to not bring her gun to Congress?
I feel like we're kind of out of the era of like real bozos. I feel like we're moving out of that.
No, this is an entire government of bozos. What are you talking about?
We're out of real bozo hours, though. Who's the biggest bozo in Congress right now? Marjorie Taylor Greene's quit.
Mike, my son monitors by porn usage Johnson.
Look, I lost my train of thought again on a podcast. Oh wait, do I remember it? No, I don't remember it. That's okay. Keep talking.
Who? I mean, that's about as weird as the guy who was trying to live forever tracking his son's erection strength. It's just I don't know, maybe it's because I come from a weird Catholic family that talking about sex with your family is considered extremely taboo and no one it'd make everyone extremely uncomfortable. I can't imagine approaching my dad or my dad approaching me being like, we should download this security app to monitor our porn usage. You'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, son, I've noticed that your erection lasted 20 minutes longer last night than normal. Good job.
What the fuck is wrong with this country?
Dude, people are incredible.
Yeah. And Quentin Tarantino was just trapped in bunkers. Oh, God. Oh, man. I'm happy I'm past draft age, unless they somehow find a way to bump that to 35 or something.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Because, to go die in some, sandy hill in the, Iranian mountains because, Donald Trump didn't want to be called a pedophile is just it's just terrible. And I can't believe we're about to feed thousands, if not tens of thousands of American boys.
I mean, yeah, my prediction for this whole thing, it could age well, it could age poorly, is I don't think that they know how to get out of it. I think that they expected it to go like Venezuela, where you just go in, go out. It's a nice clean up. It's cool. And now it has gone.
You could just stop.
Well, what I mean is they could stop, but I don't think that they can get the Iranians to stop at this point. That's what I mean. Who do you negotiate with? Because they've killed the leaders of Iran. They've killed the backups to the leaders of Iran. They've killed all that, but it hasn't stopped the bomb, like Iran attacking. Yeah. So how do you stop it? I mean, the Strait of Hormuz is closed. They're hitting tankers and cargo ships. That's what I mean. Is it's real easy to press the blow up the Ayatollah button, but it's real hard to unpress it.
I squeezed my Ayatollah toothpaste, and now I can't get it back in the tube.
Yeah, so, and it helps traditionally when you go in with like a plan and clear concrete war aims and war goals and extrication, but much like Vietnam, much like Iraq, much like Afghanistan, I mean, we just don't have any fucking clue what we're doing.
It's a special military operation. We start painting Z's on all of the sides of our vehicles.
Yeah.
Even though Donald Trump is just calling it a war, even though he had a spaz about not getting the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. Gotta love it.
Oh, God. What do we have time-wise?
Like 55:36.
55:36? That's fine enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you guys like our new intro-outro music?
Yeah. If you like it,
leave a comment.
Give us a review. Reviews are good. We like those.
Like the video.
We are on wherever you get podcasts, including YouTube, and embarrassingly, we're trying to activate the Gen Alpha mind by making YouTube short brain rot videos of our podcast.
It's personally degrading to have to do it, but I guess it's what the kids like, TM. Yes. So, you got to do it.
Yeah, I was going to say Zoomer, but technically we are Zoomers.
Yeah, which is humiliating to think about, even though we are. I guess the kids just don't like 45-minute rambling long-term podcasts anymore. They just want 40-second brain rot videos, and I can't really fault them.
Yeah, 45-second brain rot videos of a video taken just like outside a window.
Anyway, doxing yourself.
Yeah, me doxing. Find out where I live.
I live in Kansas City.
Guess where? Anyway, so this has been an episode of the CleoCast. I'm Matt.
And I am RC.
Well, you can email us at cleohistorypodcast@gmail.com if you don't do the history part anymore. We are available where you get podcasts. Tell your mom, tell your grandma, tell your dog, tell your dad. Tell
your cousin.
Yes. Download the porn monitoring app on your dad's phone.
Set up a password protection on C-SPAN. They don't need to watch that.
Yes. Tell your boss, ask for a promotion, and then play this podcast in the discussion about your promotion.
We're in real raise hours here. You ask for a raise.
Yeah.
Once oil hits $100 a barrel, you tell them, hey, I need a raise, man. Give me more money.
It's a power stance to piss your pants in front of the boss.
What are they going to do? What would they even do?
Listen.
Fire you? That's humiliating. We're not going to do that.
No one wants to wrestle with a man soaked in piss.
You got that right.
Totally. Anyway, bye.
Bye.